Watch your tone.
Take it easy. Don't talk to us that way.
When Steve started angry, what did we notice about his parents that they reacted?
Well, you know, it's hard to, you know, take it seriously or take it, or, you know, accept what they're saying, you know, when they respond when a person responds in anger.
Yeah. What did you notice?
It seemed like a lot of aggression.
Yeah. Yeah, he started angry and they got angry too, right? What did you notice?
His parents don't feel respected by him.
Yeah. This was like, oh, go ahead.
The parents came in hot because he came in hot.
Yeah. He started here, they got back here, and nothing really got done, right?
I'm sorry.
Do you want to try it another way? So what would it look like if Steve came in really passively, like really quietly, not sure what he wants?
I don't think that's safe.
Maybe if we can give you the opportunity next time.
Okay, I understand.
So what did that look like? What do we notice about that?
He was more calmer and asked them, can I go on a date with parents that is not safe? So next time maybe it would be a little easier next time.
Yeah.
Question though, guys. All right, we see that Steve's family, you know, interacted a little bit better. But did Steve get what he wanted?
No.
What did he want to do?
You wanted to go on a date?
He wanted to go on a date,
Yeah.
right?
What?
So
No, that's good.
although that communication was a little bit better, Steve, did you get what you wanted? No.
Yeah, if Steve's goal for the conversation was no yelling,
Thank you.
great success. If Steve's goal was going on a date, it didn't work out. Right? Do you want to try it? What would it look like to assertively talk about going?
I'm open to that.
Thank you. How can we support you and keep you safe?
Yeah, so now Steve was saying like, hey, I'm just letting you know, I want to go on a date, right? What do we feel like worked about that? What happened there that didn't happen the other times?
You got easier.
The way you talk, you said anything.
Yeah, you guys could talk, you guys could work together.
His parents showed support and were open to the idea, but just wanted to go over ways he can be safe.
They communicated better
Yeah.
with each other.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm raising my hand because I'm the moderator, but I think it's also because he was confident, you know, when and no offense to parents here, but I'm gonna say something. When you give somebody a reason to say no, they might say no. So he was more like, I'm going on a date. I just want us to work together on how to support you to do that. Right? So he wasn't like, oh, maybe I'm thinking about it. Well, I don't know. You know, they might say no. Everybody might say no, but he came through with a lot of confidence. You know, like a grown-up person. Right?
I'll go on ahead.
I had just maybe a suggestion too, is before you have the conversation, if you talk to friends or other people that have already had conversations and you go to your parents with a solution, then that might help the conversation and facilitate the conversation. Because you already have ideas of how you could be safe.
or even role play with your friends, you know, practice the conversation.
Or then doing that, we like move the question from like, hey, is it okay if I go on a date, to like, hey, like I know that I can do this, and the question is just how can I do this safely, you know? How can I do this with everyone, working together? That's a different conversation, right, than like, oh, is it okay if I do something that that I know I'm allowed to do, you know? So like trying to figure out how to work as a team, because in a perfect world, right, you and your parents are on the same team, or you and your guardian, you and your support staff be working together. So making sure that the question is, how would we do this? When it's something you know you're allowed to do, right? You know that it's your right to do.
I have a question.
Oh, go on ahead.
Do you think it's wrong to make the decision first before talking to your parents or grandparents, even though you're an adult?
I don't think that it's wrong to know what you want before talking to your parents, right? So you can have in your head like, hey, like I really want to go on this date. This is something I really want to do. And then I think it would be your parents, your guardians, is like in that conversation,
Right.
talking through if that can happen safely.
Right.
So I think that you can decide what you want before going to that conversation.
Right.
You can talk to your friends, and you can look up resources before going in. Does that all make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
But don't tell yourself no first, you know?
Okay.
No way.
No way.
I never do that.
Okay, I think Jacob is up.